Hello, good morning. Happy Easter. Just checking that I'm alive on Facebook. Good morning, good morning. Pas Capis, happy Easter everybody. Yeah, there I am, that's scary. Hi, I've got my bunny dress on, last worn on Create and Craft. So I still had the hotel room key in the pocket that had been through the washing machine. Oh, excuse me, sniffy nose. Good morning, is there anybody out there? Hopefully you're not all out hiding Easter eggs for grandchildren. That's my next job. My lot have gone to, hi Rosemary, my lot have gone down Pembrey. Apparently there's an Easter egg hunt or something. So they've gone down there, down to the beach to hunt Easter eggs first before they come up here and find some. Hi Sarah Tosh, how are you? You're not left yet. Hi Sue, hang on, let's move this down so I can see everybody. There, I can see you. Hi. Oh, there's lots of you here. I thought you'd all be scoffing Easter eggs. Hi Sue, hi Lorraine, hi Linda, hi Jan, hi Kim. Hello, happy Easter. Bordarian, Pas Capis. Hi Joe. So, happy Easter everybody. And now, the minute I start, I've got a runny nose. Excuse me. Oh, it's a lovely sunny day. We've had some horrible weather, haven't we, this week? So I went out for a jog first thing. Got out of bed at 7 and went round down to the park, going lunchtime. So the elf's mother's had a fall and broken her hip. So poor Grandma Tosh, well not Grandma Tosh, Sarah's mum, so it isn't a Tosh, I've forgotten what her surname is now. Anyway, Sarah's mum's had a nasty fall and she's in hospital. I had her hip fixed, so she's off to see her. So I'm not sure if the elf is going to be on the retreat with me. So it's the retreat. Morning Debbie, morning Angela. It's the retreat. Next Sunday I'll be going on the retreat, so there won't be a Facebook Live next Sunday. So yeah, so if you all packed everything for the retreat, if you just bring everything you want to sew, obviously stuff for the classes we will have ready for you. You'll get a goodie bag. I've packed my part of the goodie bag is this little bundle. So I've put in my goodie bag, for those of you who are coming on the retreat, the patterns for what you're making, and there's a few other bits in there. Gosh, where to start today? Goodie boxes, sorry, they've all gone. I think I woke up at 4:30 this morning and I put the goodie boxes on then. So by 7:07 they'd all gone, and at that point I got out of bed and went for a run. Simon is so-so, I would say. He's gone outside to try and do something while it's sunny, but I don't know how long that'll last. And then the grandchildren will be here at lunchtime, so they'll keep him amused. Hello everybody, I've missed Sarah Jane, Linda, Pam and Marilyn. Have you all had chocolate yet? Who gave up chocolate for Lent? I did, and I haven't had any chocolate yet. So what should we do? Should we show you what was in the goodie box? Do you want to see what was in the goodie box, even though there aren't any left? So there's a reason why I did goodie boxes. We all asked our suppliers for the retreat, seeing as we spend hundreds of thousands of pounds with you, would you like to give us some freebies? We've got 30 people coming on a retreat so that we can give them to our customers. And they sent me 12 charm packs and 12 little purses. And I thought, how do you split 12 charm packs between 30 people? You can't do it. So I've done a goodie box. So basically those are free in the goodie boxes. The goodie boxes are worth 90 quid and they've cost you 40. So I put them in a goodie box because I give up. I never ask anyone for anything, and then the one time you ask someone, they're like, oh, all right, okay. Anyway, so in the goodie boxes there was my thread collection, because I've also the heirloom thread collection, because I put the panel in for that in the goodie box, and that's what I used to stitch that. So you've got the heirloom thread collection, you've got a red and a blue perle ball of thread in there. You've got a roll of Lynette Anderson, what was left of the Lynette Anderson fabrics I cut into various bits and rolled them up into a pretty roll. I found some French General, so you've got a little French General star. You've got a Moda mini charm pack, so the ones that were left that I gave everyone free on, I think it was Mother's Day orders. That was the little purse that Moda sent me. There's a charm pack of bits of everything, a bit of Lynette Anderson, a bit of everything. The Moda charm pack is a batiki mix. And then there's 3 stitchery panels in there. What else have I put? Oh yeah, one of those. I happen to have 12. There were only 12 goodie boxes, and I had to happen to have a sewing panel left with a pattern. So that's in there as well. So there's quite a lot. There's about 90 quid's worth of stuff in there, and they were £40. And sorry, they've all gone. So they were all gone by 7 o'clock this morning. So if you're not on the ball on goodie box day, they go. Next time I'll do more. So good morning everybody. How's the new edition? Arthur's always asleep when he comes around, so he'll be around today. So they'll be up today. They went out yesterday and Jess said he slept all day. They went to see, there's a new down the railway track, which is a cycle path that runs down the side at the top of our fields all the way to Llanelli. There's a new Mynydd Mawr railway. They've opened a new cafe and everything there, so they went up there yesterday, and then today they've gone to Pembrey. There's another train at Pembrey. Anyway, so morning. So we've done goodie boxes. Goodie boxes have gone if you're only just joining us. Everybody who's ordered this weekend, so yesterday, today and tomorrow, because obviously it's Easter Monday, so I can't post till Tuesday. You're going to draw, and I've got 2 giveaways this week as it's Easter. So I'll show you, hang on, let's grab the giveaways. So remember the little bird cushion? I found another kit hiding. So there's a kit for that. I think you can just see the cushions behind me somewhere. Hang on, let's see if I can work out where it is in the picture. It's like, it's, hang on, there somewhere, right there. So anyway, so there's one of those as a giveaway. So for everyone who orders, there's no maths question today because my brain's fried from the past couple of weeks. And then I shoved a load of stuff in a bag. So what did I shove in this bag? There's a French General mini charm pack. There's a candy bar. There's a ball of thread. There's a Moda mini charm pack, and then there's a stitchery panel of some sort. Anyway, so there's two people will get a prize this week for everybody who orders yesterday, today and tomorrow. So let's show you what else is new. Good morning everyone. If you're just joining, thank you for joining on an Easter Sunday. Lovely sunny day, thank goodness for that, after that really cold, wet, what day was it, Thursday? Yeah, all the rendering has fallen off my shed on the side, but then it's 50 years old, so, but yeah, Thursday's weather finished it off. Right, so I made with the new Unity fabrics that we had last time I did a live, which, by the way, the fat quarter packs, remember the fat quarter packs that I had of those? I have got 3 left at the special price of 66, reduced from, what should they be, 80 something. Anyway, so all the pretty fabrics are, I've got 3 bags left, and then that's it of those. And there's also the pack of 3, so the candy bar, the mini charm pack and the charm pack, the pack of 3 for 20. Or you can buy now, the candy bar you can buy on his own now, because I made the candy bar bag out of it. So that's the candy bar. So there is now, one of the offers of today is the candy bar kit, which should be, hang on, it should be 27 and it's now 22. I'm sorry I can't stay. See you there. Happy Easter, Kim. Kim's obviously got grandchildren duties. Right, where have I put the... There we are. So there is a kit for the candy bar. So in the kit you will get... there's Macawa cream lining in it. So a linen texture lining. You get the candy bar, obviously, in the red colour, and you get, what else have I put in there? Oh, I put a zip in there. And did I put, I don't know that I put, did I put buttons in there? I don't think I did. Let's have a look. It'll say in the description anyway, on the website. So you've got all your fabrics and you've got a zip in there. So that's that. So that's the candy bar bag. There we go. Or you can put a tie in. Oh yeah, I did put buttons in. Right. Wake up, Julia. You've got these two, there's a couple of buttons. They vary. Some of them have got butterflies on and some of them have got flowers on. So I found a box of really pretty buttons. So you've got those buttons in there. I knew there weren't self-cover buttons because I didn't get them until after I'd done the kits. So that's the candy bar bag. And it's done with the Unity fabrics. And the other bag that I've made is this one. I put some photos on the Facebook page, but it doesn't come out brilliantly in photos. So I've hand quilted this one with Valdani thread, and I've put a zip in it. There isn't a zip in the fabric pack, but I'll show you what's in the fabric pack in a minute. So if you're using the fabric pack, you've got 3.5 meters of the pretty fabrics. Let's grab it. Where is it? There. So here's a fabric pack. So there's 3.5 meters, and then there's a long quarter of the tone on tone peachy one. So the 3 different fabrics are the flower in the middle, the flower on the side, and then I've used the pretty flower for the lining. Because it's a 1/2 meter and it's like a gathered bag, you might have to piece the lining. If you want to use that pretty fabric as a lining, you'll have to piece it a bit, or just ignore, it doesn't matter that it's not so gathered inside. So when you make the lining, instead of making it 25 inches wide, just make it 20 inches wide. If you see what, you can see what I mean if I turn it inside out, because you gather it so it's the same as the outside of the bag. But I mean, it's rather pretty fabric to waste as a lining. Who sent me? I didn't even notice you sent me an angry emoji, Lynn. I wouldn't have noticed. So with it, you also get the pattern, obviously, and it tells you how you can make a mini me version, which is quite cute. So all you do on the mini me version is you halve the measurements. So where it says it's a 2.5 by whatever 11.5 inch strip, you just make it 1.25 by whatever it is. 5 3/4 or something. Yeah, these are the sewing bags, so a lot of you have already got the pattern and you've made it. So the pack of fabrics should be 33 and it's now 23, and they're all art gallery fabrics. So you've got, was it 1 3/4 meters? Yeah, 3.5 meters and 1/4 meter. They should be like, I think art galleries, that should be about £17 a meter. Okay, so that's that, and you've got the pattern with it as well, obviously, and the pattern would be £5, so on its own. So that's that. What's the time? Got plenty of time. So that's that one. So it's quite pretty. I thought it would make a nice pretty summery bag, because when I was stitching it is when we had all that lovely hot summery weather, got lulled into a false sense of summerishness, and then it went blinking freezing cold. So there's 2 bags then. There's also, from whenever we last did a live, there's a couple of packs of this one left, and I've also done that one. I did a couple more kits. I think I managed to do another 4 kits the other day, so there's a few of this one left, and then that'll be it. I've got some of the fabrics loose I've put in a box to take on the retreat with me. Hi Jeanette, if I've missed you, I apologise. So there's some of those kits are left. Did you see, now who was it? Angela made that lovely bag, a strippy bag, using the Adita Sitar strippy rolls. So she used that. If you look on the further, scroll down on the Facebook page and you'll see She made a bag using these strips, which was very lovely. And now my brain's gone blank. Who was it that made this? My sewing roll from the YouTube, watching the YouTube video. And I did check before I came on and I've forgotten now. What have I put? No, I haven't written it down. That would be too easy. Anyway, I've got some of the kits left in these fabrics, but I'm waiting now. I'm waiting for all new fabrics to come out. And I've got those Makawa ones with like sewing notions and stuff on. So I should make this again. I should copy her idea and make this again at some point. But there are kits of these available still. Take a breath. I should have made a coffee, shouldn't I, to bring in with it. Oh yeah, buttons. So the bag, give me the bag back. So you will notice on that, I put a particularly cute Mr. Foxy button on here, on the little mini me version. So I've ordered some bags of, some packs of buttons off Groves. And I've had these before, but I found some more. So I've done a pack of 6 of them. Let's get them all out. So they all come in a little organza bag, as usual. So in the button pack, these are on the sale page. There's a little bear. There's a cross stitch mushroom. There's a blue owl. There is a pink owl. And another mushroom, and Mr. Foxy Loxy. So there's a pack of 6 buttons, and I can't remember how much they are, but they're on sale. Happy Easter, Janet. Oh, thanks, Sue. Can I have a kit and pattern for the sewing bag? Are you so yeah, I'll bring whatever I've got left to the retreat, okay? So that's the little buttons. Pack of little buttons. Right, new hearts. Everyone, I said I put that picture up a few days ago of the daffodils, the bluebells, the bluebells, and I said I must do a stitchery for this, and I've drawn a stitchery. Obviously, to get them printed up, I would have to draw them, scan it, send it to the printers and get it back and cut them up. So obviously they're not ready yet because I only drew it and stitched it in the week. And the only reason it got stitched was Simon wasn't brilliant on Thursday and I was sat in A&E for about 5 hours. But I mean, he's home now and he's okay, but ish. That is the only reason I got it stitched. So far we're going to do flower hearts. So we can do a quilt. So we can either do them in colour or we can do them in red. And I sat and drew 4 on Tuesday. No, I drew 3 because we've already got a daffodil. But I'll get the daffodil reprinted because each one's going to have a name on. So I'll have to get her to print it with daffodil written on it. But this is the bluebell one. So I finished that, stitched in at A&E manically the other night. So that's done. These I drew them out and I drew it onto, I had some offcuts from the linen that they print the stitcheries on for me, which I'd saved. So I drew it with a felt tip pen onto that. So I knew what it would be like in red. Pas Capis Mal. And I've also done one, I've nearly finished this, I started this last night, so I've done a sunflower one, so I've just got the bees to stitch and all the French knots to go around the edge. What else have I drawn? I think I've drawn a poinsettia, hang on, so what have we got, oh yeah, which you can't really tell from the drawing because it just looks like a mass of leaves until I do it in colour. That needs to be done in colour. So I've got the leaves on the outside will be green and obviously the ones in the middle will be red and then I'll have some yellow in the middle of it. So there'll be a poinsettia one. So then we'll have a set of 4 to get printed while I draw some others up. So we've got, yeah, so I've got poinsettia, sunflower, bluebells, and then daffodil, which we've already got. I don't think that's in here. No. Where's the daffodil gone? I don't know. Anyway, so we need to get the daffodil one reprinted anyway. So, and then I thought I'd done them all in Valdani thread, and I thought I'll then get Valdani when they've got the stock to do me a box. So the boxes come as a box of 12 different threads. So I thought I could get a box done with all these colours in. So to get the bluebell colour, I had to go and pick a bluebell out the garden and then put it next to all the threads I got, and that was the nearest I could find that was bluebell colour. So that will be, so there's a green, a purple, a yellow and a red, so that's 4 so far that I've used, and then the brown in the sunflower is 5. So as I go along I'll have more colours to add to the box. So once we've got the 12, I'll get them to do a box of threads for me. So that was the daffodil one that we've already done, but I'll have to get, I think I've drawn it out again and I've written daffodil on it somewhere, so that'll get reprinted. There's also, I finished this week that one, so that's one of them, the new set of hearts that's in the heart quilt's behind me somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, there, that one. So that's one of the ones that we used in the heart quilt, but I just appliqued it, so that one I finished. And there's still packs of this one around. So if you go through the sale page and you'll find these. Yeah, everyone's off planting Easter eggs. Hilary, I'll send you some when they're done. And that's that one's in the goodie box, that heart. So that's another one that I've made just as a heart on its own. What else have I got to tell you about? Blah, 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 retreat. Yeah, those of you coming on the retreat, bring, I think if I'm coming in the car, I won't have room to bring an ironing board, but I think the other two are bringing ironing boards. I was in Lidl's the other day and they had some new irons, so I bought a new iron and I've just left it in the car to take. I've got a couple of those wool ironing mats, so if you've got your own little irons and those wool ironing mats, bring those with you. Only now found you. Right, I'll just go over everything then, Angela, before we pass on to Abby in sunny Cornwall and Handy Andy. You've got to watch Handy Andy to the end because Abby's been making her silly videos again, and there's another video that she's done. We is down with the youth. I was actually listening to that tune. I went out for a run at 7 o'clock and it's on my, I always have heart dance on when I go running because it makes me run faster. Yeah, watch Handy Andy until the end and he'll play the video for you. Anyway, so let's go what we got left because the goodie boxes have all gone. So here's the pack, the pattern, and there's 3.5 meters and a long quarter of fabric to make this bag. It's a well handy size of bag, and I hand quilted it with some, I don't know if you can see it, if it'll come out on the camera. I hand quilted it with some Valdani thread, just the panel in the middle, and then around the edges, just around the edges there. And then I put a zip in as well. And then I made a mini me, so you can make a mini me version. If you're like me and you're continuously losing your phone and your keys, you can put your phone and your keys in that, and then you know where they are. And then we've got the cute buttons, so the cute buttons are on the sale page as well. The pack of 6 cute little buttons are there. And then the candy bar bag, which I've thrown on the floor. Candy bar bag. So you'll get the ready cut, obviously the candy bar, all the fabrics, and you'll get 2 fancy buttons. Some of them have got butterflies on like that one, and some of them have got flowers on, but they're all that size and those kind of colourings. So you'll get the candy bar, you'll get the red fabric, you get the buttons, and it's the linen texture for the lining. So it's worth it even if you just want the fabrics, to be honest, because it's £22 instead of £27. So you're getting some money off. Or if you prefer, if you want the set of pre-cuts, we have the candy bar on its own, or you can have the candy bar, the mini charm and the full charm pack all 3 for 20. Okay, so you save yourself quite a bit. So there's some of those left from last week. Let's read some comments. I've just realised you're an actual robot. It's a stress, Moya. The stress makes me stitch. I was just like when I was waiting for the ambulance the other week. I was cutting all these fabrics up, and then I had to go to A&E this week, so I was stitching the bluebells. So yeah, so I've waffled on about the new stitcheries, and you're all saying, well, when are we going to get them? It will be, Imogen will have some space for me the beginning of May, she said. So if she does it the first week of May, hopefully the second week of May. So probably we'll be doing lives from the retreat, and then I'm not sure when we've penciled in dates after that, whether it's a couple of weeks after the retreat, I don't know. So I might have them by then, I might not. So I don't know. It's like my life. I have no clue what I'm doing, what day of the week it is. So yeah, so in the meantime, I'll try and draw some more, but I can get them, those 4 off to Imogen to print as a set, because they'll be on offer. So normally the stitcheries are £5 each. So there'll be 4, I'll do them as a set of 4 for £15. So if we do them in sets of 4 and then build up till we got enough to do a quilt, or you can just make them up, obviously, you can just make them up like that. And as I say, the Valdani, goodness knows when we'll get those. But if you've got them, the Variegated Fabulousness set, or I did a summer, I think I did one box ages ago on Create and Craft. It was Summer Brights or Rainbow or something. I can't remember what I called it, but I think some of those, that purple and yellow and green, I think are in that box. I need the bag kit with a mini me. I love my mini me bag. I think he's cute, especially with Foxy Loxy button. They didn't have any with squirrels on, which was most disappointing. So, got a minute left. Any questions or anything before we pass over? We go magically down to Cornwall with Abby. You don't put any stabiliser back in. No, I don't put any stabiliser on the back of these, on these ones, but if I was stitching it on like a thin linen or something, I would. But I don't bother on this because it's quite a thick fabric. It's quite stable. Yeah, so that's it for today. So hopefully you'll all have a lovely Easter Sunday. We're going to have, when the kids have done their beach thing, they're coming up here, and we're going to have, as we have a dearth of eggs from the chickens, we're going to have scrambled egg and smoked salmon for lunch, followed by chocolate. I've been 40 days without chocolate, so that's the plan for today. So if there's no more questions, I will pass you over to Abby. Oh, just give her a minute in case she's in a panic, because I'm a little bit early. So if you came in late, you missed the goodie boxes. The goodie boxes were gone. They went on at 4:30 this morning. Full of cold, we'll catch up later. Yeah, I'll upload this to Tube afterwards, so just catch up on Tube afterwards. Have a lovely Easter Sunday, and we're going to Cornwall now. I'm going to pass you down to Abby. Any questions, put them in the comments if you think of something you wanted to ask me during the live, because I'll check through later on today, okay? But I'm now going to go and be an Easter bunny in my Easter bunny dress and hide eggs in the field, and they'll be out there. I've got 4 acres of field to hide eggs in, so we can lose the grandchildren all day. Anyway, happy Easter, Pas Capis, bye.